Welcome everybody to Valley Vibes number 22.
22.
How you doing today,
Doing
dog?
good. Good morning.
Right on. This is a great day. Can you believe how nice it is out?
We didn't even tell each other we were wearing sun stuff. You know, it's game day.
It is game day.
Yeah.
I went old school with the Steve Nash.
I like it.
I just like this
I got
jersey.
Booker.
You got the Booker.
I got Booker, the old Sunburst logo. Yeah.
We both did the old school. This came out about 5-6 years ago. It's not the exact replica.
It's the jersey.
Like that. Yeah.
The jersey.
I like the jerseys.
Yeah.
The Mitchell and Ness jerseys are pretty good, but our Suns aren't gonna probably win tonight or the series, but it's still fun that we're even there. It's
good.
It's part of like what we were talking about spring. Every time I come to spring, I think of playoff basketball, baseball started,
training,
the high school stuff is full swing, starting to get graduation announcements and all that like fun energy, and it's just I like spring.
So yeah, we were in the finals. I had to wear this hat today 5 years ago. And I was like, holy crap, it doesn't seem like 5 years ago. It seems like 2 or 3. And I remember going to game 1 with Jackson. And he's a huge Suns fan like we are. He loves the Suns. And it's game 1, and that arena gets just electric. You were at the playing game against Portland, and I was watching it on TV, and I could just hear it and feel it, and there's so much energy, it gives me chills. But anyways, I remember being in game 1 with Jackson, and it was before the game, and all the noise and the hoopla, and I kind of tapped him, and I said, "Hey, kid, like look around and like soak this in, because I waited like 30 years almost for this, because we were in the finals in 92, 93 with Barkley." And I thought at that time, we'll be back next year. We'll be back.
Yeah. You always think it's going to be right back, and it's not.
And it took 30 years for us to get back. And here we are 5 years later. And hopefully I don't got to wait another 30 years to get back into the finals. We need that championship in my lifetime still.
I think one of the things about this season with the Suns, I thought it gave me a lot of hope that the ownership has its head on straight.
Mm-hmm.
They swung for the fence with KD. It failed. And then they pivoted really quick, and they got in this alignment where they saw everybody align, and it worked.
Yeah.
And now I think they just didn't have the bodies, weren't ready for that like grueling energy that it takes to play harder defense, to play with more intensity. The bodies weren't ready for it, in my opinion. They're kind of breaking down by the end of the year, but they'll get the right bodies, they'll get tougher, and I just feel like they got the right coach, the right idea of where to go with this.
I pulled some stats. The team that loses game 1 in a best of 7 series still has a 20-25% chance of winning the series. But if you lose both games, game 1 and 2, then it's an uphill climb from there.
Well, I mean, you never know what happened last night. Wemby goes down and hits his face on the floor.
Yeah.
And now Portland wins a game, steals home court. And if Wemby can't play, or if he has any kind of concussion symptoms, maybe he doesn't drive to the cup as hard. Maybe he doesn't make that extra play because he doesn't want to get hit on the top of the head.
So that's good. That ties me into the next one. So I was on ChatGPT last night, and I was like, how many 8 seeds have beaten a 1 seed? And it's only been done 6 times in 75 years. So that's like around 5% that 8 seeds beat a 1 seed in a best of 7 playoff series. It's one of the hardest upsets to do in sports. It usually happens because of an injury, like you said, Wemby, or a team gets hot. So the one, and it's happened 6 times, and I'm not going to name them all, but the number 1, this is the one that I remembered, is Dikembe Mutombo, Denver Nuggets beat the Sonics in '94. And the Sonics were the hot team, and we still had Barkley, and I was so pumped that the Sonics lost, because I thought, okay, we're in the finals now.
Yep.
But then came Hakeem Olajuwon and the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
But
like that last night, it was hard to watch the LeBron Lakers and KD game.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, who do I want to win?
Yeah.
Like, how am I watching this game?
I hate them both.
I'm like, I don't want the Lakers to do good and LeBron, and then I don't want KD and Houston to do good.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I'm just sitting here watching this game, and it was kind of a good game.
It was. We were watching it with the boys last night. Yeah.
And so when I'm watching it, I'm like, you know what? LeBron is having a moment last night.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to see if there was a couple of things that I saw.
It's fun to watch him at the end of his career.
And I saw last night that he had his mojo. He
See
wasn't
his reverse dunk.
He had his dunks going.
Yeah.
He wasn't overplaying. And even though Luka and Reeves are gone, I feel like LeBron still stayed in his role as like a diminished option.
Yeah, more facilitator.
But he could excel in the job that they were asking him to do.
For sure.
And I thought he had a dunk that you said, the reverse where he goes down
the
lane.
Yeah,
but then there was a play late where Houston was making a little bit of a run. LeBron does a backdoor cut and just goes down the middle of the court, back pass, and he just dunked it with like 2 or 3 minutes left. And I was like, see, that's the play when you have the ace, you have the star, you have the player, you're at home, you have the other team on the ropes. You need that player that just goes in and just dunks it. I'm like, LeBron just dunked it.
Yeah.
But the part that was cool. So did you watch all the way to the end? Like all the way? Did you hear the interview they did at the end with the sideline reporter?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
So I've stayed and watched that mostly because the sideline reporter, she's a pretty lady, and we were watching. She has a very beautiful smile, and her teeth were like perfect. So we were watching it. I was like, oh, we're gonna watch her. And then LeBron sat and did like perfect.
Yeah.
Like he sat and he just like answered every like softball question. She did it, and then as he was walking off the court, Gary Payton dapped him up. It was like in the front row.
The glove.
The glove was there, and you could see like Gary Payton gave LeBron like, dang, bro, you're 41 and you just did
still doing it at a high level.
You just did that. You could see impressive. It like it was like wow.
Impressive.
I was like, LeBron just did the perfect sideline report interview.
Yeah.
Gets dapped up by the glove front row. From one of the top 75 old players, giving him some love that went against Jordan. Probably doesn't think he's the GOAT. But was still there and gave LeBron like. I mean, I got to tip his hat. Like that was a sideline. Now, like, I guess it might be a little bit more Suns podcast, but LeBron he's not going to be a Laker next year.
No, probably going back to Cleveland. Yeah. They're saying
you think Cleveland?
That's the rumor. Yeah.
Okay. So
what do you think?
I don't think he's going to Cleveland.
No. Maybe Golden State with Curry. And hearing Giannis might come to Phoenix.
Giannis is bubbling up some things. He posted on his ending. He goes, I'm going to rise like a phoenix.
I saw that. Yeah. So we'll see.
What? We don't have anything to get for Giannis. I don't even know if I would want that. I want to just have a rebuild and just see where it goes with the people that we have, because I don't think
you can get Giannis. You can get a young Giannis. He's still only 32, I think. You can get a young Giannis in his prime. It's different than a 37-year-old KD, but I don't want to trade away the farm. We don't have the farm to trade anymore. We already trade. It's already gone.
They're going to try.
No draft picks. You have to be like Jalen Green and some guys,
Yeah, this reminds me of like when we would get like Wayman Tisdale, and Danny Manning, and Danny Ainge, and we would get all these older guys that are
at the end of their career,
at the end of their career, and we would get a run or two, first, second round, but never.
Yeah. It's like the Cardinals getting Emmitt Smith or a Carson Palmer or a Kurt Warner at the end of their career,
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't,
Yeah, so who are the Cardinals going to draft number 3?
You know what? I hope they trade the pick for more picks, but I don't know much about the Notre Dame running back. I don't like drafting a running back that early, but I've got some more interesting stuff. Okay. I've got Cardinals, some of their best draft picks and some of their worst.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so
let's see.
Their best draft pick ever is number 3 draft pick in 2004, Larry Fitzgerald.
It's gotta be Larry.
And I think Dennis Green was the GM at that time.
Yeah, he was the coach GM for. I mean, he wasn't technically the GM, but he was.
And then the year before that, he drafted Anquan Bolden in the 2nd round. Yeah. So we had Larry and Q.
Those were back-to-back years?
That was 03-04. We drafted Bolden first. Pete in 2011, number 5.
Okay.
Adrian Wilson, A-Dub, 01 in the 3rd round.
Yeah, that was a really
good round. And another 3rd-round pick in 1991, Aeneas Williams. Okay, so those are our best draft picks ever. Okay, here's our bust. Leinart in 06 at 10. Rosen in 2018 at 10, both quarterbacks. Andre Wadsworth, who I actually went to his wedding, and my dad we built him a house. And anyways, 98, he was number 3. great player, but injuries, right?
Yeah, he came in with a bad knee and
Bad
just
knee.
never got it right.
Never got it right. Levi Brown in 07, number 5. And then I don't know, Steve Etman. I don't know who that is.
Steve.
92 at number 1 overall. And that's the one I didn't know. So we hit on DBs and wide receivers, and we miss on quarterbacks. So what are you thinking? The draft.
At first, I just wanted him to just grab one of them linemen and just take the best lineman available. But I guess none of them are grading out when they put the players like 1 through 10. The linemen that we like at 3 and supposedly are all like 8, 9, 10 best players in the draft. So you can't take the 8th or 9th best player in the draft at number 3 just because you want a lineman.
Yeah, you got to take the best player overall.
You got to take the best player.
Yeah. Trade the pick.
Long story short, I would prefer to trade the pick, but I don't want to get out of the top 10.
Yeah.
I would still want to have like a top 9 or 10 pick. So I think there's a 9. I think it's the Chiefs. So I think the Chiefs trade with the Chiefs, get their second round pick.
Second round, yeah. There you go. I like that.
I mean,
I like that.
We moved down 6 spots. They're going to take Jeremiah Love probably. And I don't know. I go back and forth. Like, why don't we draft Jeremiah Love?
Yeah.
So I think if we stay at 3, I want Jeremiah Love. If we don't, I want to trade out and grab a lineman. But I think I would do Jeremiah Love at 3, and then I would get my favorite lineman either at the end of the first round. I would trade back up and try to be aggressive and get a lineman that you want. And leave this draft with Jeremiah Love, an offensive lineman, and probably a defensive lineman and a linebacker. I think we missed out on linebackers last year. We were short athlete there. And I don't really want to take an Ohio State kid.
Yeah.
I think my only thing, I don't want another Ohio State kid. I'm just not anything against Ohio State, right?
Marv.
Specifically, I'm more specifically against a kid that I think is already rich. So there's I think certain programs, Alabama, Ohio State,
Texas,
maybe Michigan to some extent,
LSU.
These kids are so rich when they come in, they're not the same. And I don't think they have the same firepower in their belly to get that first money. And I just don't want one of those kids anymore. I want the kid from like Tennessee, Chattanooga State, who's eating nails because he just is crazy. And that's why I think we do good in the 3rd round.
We do good in the 3rd round, yeah.
And
we
so
do.
We all those guys we've drafted in the 3rd round, they were lunch pail kind of guys that really like to play football. So.
Anquan in the 2nd round, it's crazy.
Anquan was crazy. So I'm excited for the draft. But this is also the hardest offseason I've ever had for the Cardinals. I'm having a hard time with my season tickets. I'm just having a hard time, just the whole thing is just they need a spark. They do. They need a spark, and so
they do.
So I think
they need a Dylan Brooks to come in and get this team going and get some energy, and hopefully the new coach is it, but we'll see.
There's plenty of other crazy stuff happening. It's living la vida loca right now.
Yes, it is.
People often say, what does it mean in real estate with all the craziness that's happening? I'm like, it's just living la vida loca. I mean, we've been ever since Ricky Martin's, you just keep going on, right? He's still famous. He still did that song I saw him. He was at the halftime show of the Super Bowl. He was with Bad Bunny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And so that crazy life, it's still around.
Man, I was just talking to a teammate yesterday, and she's newer, and she's on the team, and real estate, it's a roller coaster. It's not an easy job. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but that's why I love it. It's something different every day. I did a couple internships at Intel in college and sat in a cubicle, and I hated it. It's not for me. Granted, it's for a lot of people, but just not for me. But I love this job, and it's roller coaster. It's La Vida Loca. It's something different every day. It's curveballs. The market changes. The industry changes. The trends change. It's always something different, man. I got some crazy stories. I have a listing. I was going to list a house in Chandler for some friends. Their mom had passed away, and the kids inherited it, and we were going to sell it. So I put a sign up. Well, then one of the kids decided to buy it as an investment property. So I just kind of helped facilitate the transaction. man, there's so much paperwork with transactions, both buyer and seller.
Right.
Coordinate the inspection, blah, blah, blah. So I just charged them a flat fee. So anyways, I had to sign up. We get a call from this neighbor lady. I'm going to call her the cat lady. And she's telling us that there's stray cats in the neighborhood and that the lady who lived there who passed away would feed them. And she wanted to make sure that the new owners, she didn't know what was going on with the transaction, that the new owners were going to feed the cats. And I'm thinking, oh my God, are you serious? Like, really? And she's okay. So we get the message. We kind of just let it go. She calls back again last Thursday, a week or so later, with the same message. Like, I never heard back from you guys, and I want to make sure. And I bought a 20-pound bag of food, and the sellers are good friends of mine, and I forwarded them the recordings, the office phone line, the bat phone they recorded. So I sent it to them. They got a good laugh out of it. So we joked, now you got to feed the cats.
She made.
I'm like, what the heck? Do you really expect the new owners to feed like stray cats? Like, that's a pretty high expectation, and if she likes the cat so much, then you take them in and feed them yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So the stories I have, that's just one of them. I had another one yesterday. I was at a listing appointment, and they had, I'm going to call it Pet Cemetery. They had along the back wall of the fence, they had these piles of river rocks and like a little monument up, and they had their cats buried there. And that's okay. People bury their pets in their backyard, but it was just like a cemetery.
A bunch of them?
Like multiple, probably around 10. Yeah. I came home and told Whitney, I was like, you're never going to believe what I saw today. And this is just in the last week of my life. I mean, I got to do this for 30 years. I should be journaling this stuff and write a book someday. But, and I said, hey, like, just maybe they said, like, we'll take the monuments down. I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then they're like, we're not going to dig up the cats though. And I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't, not saying that, I don't expect you to, but what the stories that I see out there, man, the houses, the people, these are nice people, but and like I said, nothing wrong with burying your animals in your backyard, but just a little crazy with that many of them, but they live in this house. This guy, I sold this guy a house in Tempe in 2001. He's owned the Circle G house since 2002, so he's lived there for a long time,
Yeah, I think that reminds me of like when people say, oh, the houses in the neighborhood are going for.
Yeah,
that might be what the house in the neighborhood is going for, but the house in the neighborhood that's going for that has a certain condition that maybe your house doesn't, or the one that you're looking to buy doesn't have. And so I've been having a lot of this conversation lately with people, like, what should I do? Like, how do I get my house ready to sell? Or, you know what, I can't sell my house.
Yeah.
So, or I don't want to sell my house because I don't know where to move. I just want to fix it up. And so what I wanted to ask you about today, Dar, is I'm coming out with this new plan. I just want to streamline it for people.
Yeah.
Where it's $150,000 home equity credit line. And you use half of it, $75,000 of it, to do home improvements. Kind of like, what should you do to your house if you had $75,000 on a home equity credit line, and I just put it on the table, and it's your standard home? What are some of the things that would maximize the return? Like, if you're maybe going to sell your house in the next 3 to 5 years, but you're not right now, and you're going to live in it, so you want to fix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Where should people spend the money? And I had one guy, come to me, and he spent $75,000 all in one room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, that doesn't seem right. So
that's not good. Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
Like, where should they put the money?
So I have a long answer for this, but the short answer is roof and AC. Those are the two big ticket items right now here in Arizona. A lot of the houses are getting older. They need roof replacements. If you guys want a free roof inspection, hit me up. AC, I think an AC inspection through John, our guy John with Cornerstone, is like $100. But roof and AC are your two big ones. Those are going to come up on a home inspection. Those are your two big ticket items in a home. But when I meet people at a listing appointment, the big thing I tell them is, hey, like, declutter the house, clean, declutter, move stuff in the garage, go to Goodwill, put it in storage, get rid of it, start throwing stuff away, just start packing, start moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take down your pet memorials.
Your pet memorials, yeah. And I could come over and show you what to do, tell you what to do. But paint and carpet are your very too inexpensive ones, paint the house, inside number one, maybe outside if it needs it, white. And I've got the colors. If you need the colors, let me know. So paint, new carpet. But I went to Chat GPT last night because the same listing appointment I was at in Circle G with the Pet Cemetery. House is old, and house is worth around 1.6, 1.7, 6.7, and they want to put like $100,000 into it. So this is like honestly perfect. You're bringing this up right now.
Okay.
They want to put like $100,000 into it, and they're like, okay, where do we put it? We want to put it in where we got the highest ROI. And I remember seeing an Instagram post, and it said the highest ROI was a garage door replacement. It has almost a 200% ROI. It's cheap, upgrade, huge curb appeal. I think I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. But and I think a garage door is a couple grand. But hey, well, that's what it says. I don't know. Also, front door has 180% ROI, and then after that, it's exterior facelift, stone veneer, 150%. So anything exterior return. So maybe paint or something whatnot. So those are your top 3 ones according to ChatGPT.
So you'd say roof, AC.
I say roof, AC, paint, carpet, because those are
carpet.
Paint, carpet, inexpensive, high ROI, and then roof and AC you're going to have to do anyways. So or do something, a credit or something. So and then after those things for ROI, a minor kitchen remodel. So a full remodel, they're saying no. Just paint the cabinets. I did that in my office here at my house and flips. New hardware and new countertops. So those are good ones. So paint the cabinets. I have a really good guy for that. Got a good guy for all this stuff. But minor kitchen remodel is 80 to 96% ROI. So kind of what we just talked about, not a full gut. And then after that, like a bathroom refresher. So I think like new fixtures. We talked about light fixtures yesterday at Circle G with these people. Light fixtures like fans. That's pretty inexpensive. You can do that for usually like a few grand. You can get nice stuff nowadays at like Home Depot, Lowe's, even Amazon. So fixtures, vanities, lighting, not a full luxury overhaul in the bathroom. Master bathroom's obviously the most important. And then we painted flooring's on here, which we just talked about. One of the cheapest, highest impact move. Neutral colors win every time. So if you got crazy colors in your house, that's fine. I love crazy colors, but if you want to sell it and make money, white. And I think it's like Swiss coffee, and there's 2 other ones that I'm having a brain fart, can't think of. But that's where most sellers win deals. Underrated but strong ROI is like insulation, windows. Those people we actually talked about replacing their windows, they're going to get a price. Insulation, curb appeal. Curb appeal is very, very important. So turf, plants, anything to soften it up, landscaping, pressure washing. I have an awesome pressure washing guy who pressure washes my turf here. He just did my house last week before the twins' first birthday party, and then like landscape lighting. So that stuff's cheap, but it makes the buyers think like the house is well taken care of. Here are things not to do: full kitchen gut job, too expensive. Luxury appliances don't pay back. I tell people a lot, like, hey, make sure your appliances match. They're all stainless, not stainless, black, white. The brands don't need to necessarily all match. But I got a hookup at Spencer's if you guys ever need one. Pools, don't put money in your pools. Don't over customize anything. Don't make it more towards you, because make it appeal to the masses.
That's a good one right there.
So that's kind of the short. I know that's pretty long. That's the long of the long, but clean, updated, not remodeled, low maintenance stuff. And it also depends on the price point of the house and whatnot, what to do. But if you got questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. Use ChatGPT is a great tool, but I got some real world experience there. Like I said, I was just literally at an appointment yesterday. So this is perfect. You brought this up.
I really think that this spring, I'm going to call it like a spring clean or a spring refresh going into the summer months. One, I think we're going to have a slower time in the summer. So I think you're going to have a easier, and usually in the summer, you'll maybe find a little bit easier to find a contractor that maybe has a job that's open, because the ones that we do have are pretty busy.
I got one, Wallboys Construction.
So
Caleb,
we got one on the line ready to go, but they should be looking at, like you said, floors, roofs, because when we get a home inspection, every Binzer is the roof,
AC. Yeah.
Roof, AC.
Yeah.
And then it's like the difference between your house probably getting the big dollar in the other one that doesn't. So like when Open Door comes in, what do? Roofs, AC, flooring,
100%.
paint.
Yeah.
And then the rest is just kind of it looks good enough, and then you're going to do it on your own anyway. But what you don't do is go in and do a whole new master bath for $50,000.
No.
And
do the light fixtures, the countertops, paint the cabinets. You can do it for, depends on the size and what you pick out. But let's say around $5,000, maybe less, maybe a little more. Yeah. Something else is water heater. That's a good one, I feel, as well.
Yeah, when it goes, and it's not
that
expensive.
It goes. If it's going to come up on the home inspection, hey, this is an old water heater. It's going to go. It's pretty inexpensive. I have an awesome plumber who I just replaced mine a couple years ago, and I priced it out with 3 different plumbers, and he was the least expensive.
Right on.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's a good question there.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to know how to do the financing, that's the part I would do. So I'd love to give you a home equity credit line for $100,000 to $150,000, and I can explain to you why we're only going to use half of it, because that would keep your credit score still in a good spot. If you take $150,000 credit line and you use half of it, your credit score is going to go up. If you take $150,000 credit line and you max it out, your credit score is going to go down. So we don't want to max it out.
So you just keep the rest.
Yeah, so you just keep it for a rainy day, and which I think is another smart thing to do. But
what's the payment on that per month?
It's going to be at 8%. 75,000 is going to cost you about $500,000, or $500 interest only. Okay. So we're trying to keep it about a $500 a month expense to get 75,000 into your house.
And those are like 10 years. Those loans.
Those are interest only for 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
And then you have a 10-year repayment period.
Okay.
So
but most likely they're going to sell the house.
They're most likely going to sell it within that 10-year period.
Or they can refinance it and wrap it all in one when rates drop.
If and when rates were to ever drop, you might refinance it later. But $500, you get a new roof, you get a new AC, you get new flooring.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a call. Like, you should be doing that, and you should be doing it now, because these things are relatively, in the grand scheme of things, musts. If you own a house, you're going to need to do it. And
even if you're not going to sell your house, update it. You're going to sell it someday. Yeah.
And most of the time in Arizona, we've never done these things as homeowners because we sell.
Yeah.
We live in the house from
5 to 7
0
years.
to 7 to 10 years. And then when all this stuff comes up, you move. Right now, people are not moving. So if you're going to stick and stay, spend the $500 a month and update your house.
Yeah.
Don't wait until you want to move, and then you never get to live in the better version of your house. You never get to live in the better AC, and you're doing it for the next person. So you might as well just do it now, live in it for 3 to 5 years, and then sell it when you want. That would be our recommendation.
Easy to qualify for those loans, or you have to have equity, obviously.
But most people have
probably a decent credit score.
Most people have a $200,000 to $300,000 note that they're paying 2-point-something% on, and they don't want to get out of it. So put $150,000 HELOC. You're still going to have $300,000 or $400,000 equity in your house, and you're using a small amount of it to upgrade it. That's what the home improvement loans are for. But people aren't. A lot of people that own houses haven't improved them.
No,
they usually sell them and move on. And now
it's more money, and they sell quicker if they're updated.
And if you are going to sell it in the next 2 years and you're waiting for the market to do something, might as well fix it up now, because
get it ready, be prepared.
You got to get it ready, because we never know when it's going to change.
Our so rates of, speaking of La Vida Loca, rates are roller coaster. They were under 6% for a hot minute for a couple weeks. The whole Iran thing happened. They jumped up to over 6. Are they under 6 right now, or what are they at today?
If you pay a little bit, I might be able to get you to 5.99, depending on some things.
Are people still stressing over rates that the conversations you're having, or?
I mean, the rates have been what they've been for kind of like the last 2 years.
2-3 years.
They've just kind of been in the 6s. So they touch the 5s. If you have an FHA or a VA, you might get into the mid 5s. But for the most part, the rates are what they are. And Arizona is a desirable place. I don't think we're getting a big price drop. Even with this, slowdown, whatever you want to call it, it's still, the prices, there's not like a $500,000 house isn't all of a sudden going to be $350,000.
So on a $400,000 loan, the difference between a 6.2% rate and 5.99 is $50 a month. So I wouldn't stress about, a little increment, quarter point in rates that much. That's $50 a month. That's your DoorDash. And I DoorDash some breakfast burritos the other morning, and it was $60.
Yeah.
And that was stupid. But anyways, don't think rate, think payment. You know what I mean? What's the payment compared to my payment now or my rent or whatever I'm comfortable with?
Yeah, I think it's.
I just wanted to I saw that on Instagram the other day and screenshotted it and thought I'd share that with you guys.
Yeah, interest rate is not going to drive the next purchase that you make. It's going to be because it's the right house at the right time for your financial situation.
Yeah.
It's not, and if an interest rate going down 0.5% is going to make the deal or not, you probably should rethink whether you should do it, because like you said, it's only going to be $100 difference.
Uh-huh.
If you're within $100 of doing it, that shouldn't be enough to stop you.
Yeah.
$1,200 a year. You should just do it if you need to do it. If you need the extra bedroom, call us.
Yeah.
Like, how many people do we know are still stuffed in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse or condo?
Yeah, they're outgrowing their house.
They need to move on.
Or they want a smaller house, or they're downsizing. Yeah.
Or you're in a big giant house and you need to downsize.
Yeah, the kids are gone or whatever. Yeah.
Do it now. Don't wait. That's what I think. I think the people that are waiting are going to have less choices, and they're going to have more grief because there's going to be more volatility.
What else is new, man? What else is going on in your life?
I've
be a grandpa soon?
Yeah, Trent's going to have his baby. Trent and Shalina are expecting a baby boy, Cash.
That's exciting.
That's going to be here, and then she just started her 9th month.
She's due. Yeah, we gave him a big bag of clothes.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. They were super stoked.
Wyatt's, yeah.
That was really nice.
Yeah, because Whitney's good at purging stuff, and she got rid of a bunch of stuff, and we gave all Mallory's clothes to Brian Willis, because he's having a girl.
Oh, awesome.
Because he was down for a hot minute last week, but yeah, the twins are a year old, so it's crazy to see how they've grown a lot. But that's exciting, man.
Do you have it's been a little bit since I've had a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
But what was something that maybe you were like, oh wow, that was wild?
When they're little, every 2 hours getting up for sleep was, and we would take turns, but we couldn't really take turns. There was 2 of them. So that was hard, but thank God they sleep through the 12 hours now through the night. They're good babies, but that was tough, but they've been great. They've been good babies. They're super happy. They're fun. Yeah, we had a big party for them Saturday at the house. That's awesome, man. It was fun. They had a good time. They were digging it. Wyatt was double-handed and going into the cake. Everyone was watching, and we got some great videos and pictures of it we posted, but it was a good time.
That's cool, man. I think babies make the world go round.
They do.
They make the real estate world go round.
Yeah.
The you got to have the beginning to have the end. And we need more beginnings.
We do.
And
for
so
sure.
I was. Every time I see a baby, I think I just look at it differently now, in being more mature, and that baby is, so many lives are affected.
Oh yeah.
By the positive energy, the so many things that they don't even know that you get to teach them. It's such a cool spot. So yeah. I'm really excited about that for you. It's going to be fun watching everything happen over the next
15, forever.
20,
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's
Caleb got Wyatt his first hockey stick, and him and Jake and Jackson are ready to coach him, and they're ready to get him on the ice.
Ready to get him out there.
Yeah, and they're playing men's league, so we're gonna take him to some games, and Mallory too. So it'll be awesome. Yeah,
that is cool.
It's fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this back here, Dar.
Okay. Yes.
So we got a golf event. Coming up.
This is our little prop for a little Instagram frame for the tournament. People can take pictures with this. Woo! Yeah.
There we go.
It's got the Springfield logo on there. But it's our I don't know what to put this thing, but it's our 6th annual Teeing Off for Cancer golf tournament. It's May 2nd, Saturday, 7 a.m. shotgun start at Springfield. And it's so this year the recipient is a 14-year-old kid named Christian, and he got diagnosed with cancer when he was younger, and eventually went blind. And we met him and his mom came in here with his sister, and super nice family. We met through last year's recipient, through the Phoenix Children's Hospital. So it's for him. Cool kid, and I think when he came in, he had his son's jersey on.
Yeah.
I think he had a Booker. You were here, right?
Yeah.
And we got a picture with them and met him for the first time in person. Good kid, positive attitude, and he's into YouTube, and he's going to go to high school next year, and like super positive attitude. So yeah, it's fun time for a good cause. So
it's May 2nd?
May 2nd, Saturday at Springfield.
Is there still time to be a golfer?
There is. We sell out every year. Last time I checked, we were about halfway sold out. So if you want to foursome or if you want to golf as a single, a double, a triple, sign up. All the information's on my website. It's on Facebook. We're posting on it all the time. So yeah, sign up sooner rather than later because it's less than 2 weeks away. It's a week from this Saturday.
So it's Saturday, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. shotgun start. You get there a little early. You start checking in. We got all kinds of stuff when you check in. We got donuts. We got cigars. We got Jessica was on the bright side doing B12 shots.
I got an IV left from her last time.
She does IV. She sells. I want to get her on this podcast, and I've been bugging her because I want to talk about peptides because that's like the hot thing right now.
Yeah, what are peptides?
Yeah, peptide. Well, it's a whole different conversation. It's crazy. So they've like blown up, but yeah, it's a good time. Food. It's a fun tournament. It's not serious golf. It's a party. There's food afterward. It includes a meal afterwards. Tacos, fajitas. I'm trying to think what else.
There's a DJ on a few holes.
There's a DJ. There's a party hole. There's party holes. There's swag bags. I've got hats coming. Golf hats, really cool ones, getting made. There's a lot going on. There's a competition. There's the golf cannon, longest drive, longest putt. Closest to the pin, hole in one.
There's a lot of fun stuff.
There's a lot of fun stuff. It's a great time. You come, promise you'll have a good time.
You've seen a lot of golf videos if you're, young enough to watch TikTok or YouTube. And I think a lot of those videos are starting with events like this that have just blown up.
We had a hole in one last year.
You've had the party hole.
Yeah.
You've had the
Sparky.
Yeah. You've had the cannon. Like we've done a lot of these things that people are doing on YouTube now. These golf channels.
Yeah.
You've done it way before. It was cool.
Before TikTok.
We're just doing it because it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah. It's a good time.
For a video, and that's the difference. Like I feel like your tournament is really for fun.
Yeah.
Where some of the other ones I've gone to
they're
that are
stuffy,
a little more
serious.
corporate. They're stuffy.
They are.
And they're not about the fun. They're about the 5-second Instagram take instead of being in the moment. That's what I really like about the tournament that we do is that it's fun. You bring your foursome. It's not too serious. And, there's a lot of smack talking from different holes.
Yeah, there is. We have a best dress competition.
The boys were like, they came one time, they were in like no shirts and they were wearing construction overalls, reflection stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun and it's real.
It's real. Yeah.
It's a real time with real people that just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And us saving money for cancer, which is
we raised $10,000 last year, so I'm hoping we can do that again, or get close to it or beat it, so we'll see. But it just depends on we'll sell it out, and then we got sponsors and people. If you want to donate, if you can't come, you want to donate, there's a Venmo. You can donate. We have an auction. We have some cool auction items actually. I've been posting that. Hit me up for the link. But there's some really cool auction items, and not just golf stuff. There's like spa days.
I went to TV
vacation stuff. We do it. There's a raffle. Jessica donated some raffle items. There's a 50-50 raffle. But we had a hole in one last year by a friend of mine's son. Hit a hole in one, and I think he golfs at GCU. But that was our first hole in one, so that was cool. You can win a car. Rigo's bringing a car out.
Oh, is
through
Henry Brown?
Henry Brown. Yeah. A lot of stuff, but sign up and come have fun. It's not you'll have fun. I guarantee it.
It's a scramble tournament. So even if you're not good at golf like me, I just like hit 1 out of 5 shots.
It's all pars, 3s, and 4s. It's an executive course.
You don't even have to drive. Sometimes I just don't even drive. I just wait until it's like on the green and then I try to putt.
Yeah.
By after 9 holes, I'm really not that into swinging the full time. And I'll just wait, and hopefully there's one good person on my team so I can just hit where they do and then move on. Have a good day.
Yeah, it's a good time. How's the roughing going, man? You got any crazy roughing stories for us? I was going to ask you that last time, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'd had a really good season. I did the JV and the freshman for mostly boys in the East Valley this last year. This was my 3rd year doing it.
Who won? The season's over, right?
Yeah, the season's
Who
over.
won championship for boys?
Millennium was like the main guy, and then they ended up losing.
Oh.
So I'm honestly, I don't
know.
I don't remember.
No big deal.
I think the one team that was supposed to win it didn't. That's all I know.
Okay.
But they got beaten in the finals or the semifinals by like a last second shot. It was pretty remarkable. But for the most part, I really think like I got into a groove this last season where I didn't have any massive blow ups with like anybody,
parents or coaches.
No coaches, no. You just call the game, have a good time, and I kind of like you just land in the plane.
Yeah,
then trying to give the keys off to the varsity officials that are coming in for the next stage. And so I would say probably the coolest or craziest thing that happened is like I got to ref for your cousin.
Oh yeah, Clay. Yeah,
a couple times at Basha.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of Basha games.
Nice.
So I walking into the gym and knowing people. It's cool, but it's also extra pressure. Like I can't mess up. I don't want to screw up and get in a fight with Clay or mess up his thing, or and then I got to see them at Cogburns, when I'm picking up some food or whatever. And then I've seen the stalls in there like twice after, and there's just being able to see them and not have it be about the ref is pretty cool.
That's cool.
What
are some similarities between reffing and lending?
Yeah, I mean, there's two sides. There's the realtor on both sides for purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two coaches.
Yeah.
Like there's a listing agent and a buyer's agent.
There you go. That's
good.
So
I have to navigate, how am I going to get both of them to the end of the line to what we need to do. And at closing, it's hit the escrow date. In a basketball game, it's get to the fourth quarter, get to the end of the game, get to the end of regulation and have it be a fair where the play on the court dictated who won. And so I think that's probably where I get to bring both sides together to make an ending is probably the similarity. And if I screw up in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, I put the end in jeopardy. And so and you got to stay steady. You got to be right in the beginning, because if you're right in the beginning, it makes the end easier. So if you're making bad calls in the first half or the first quarter, now you're chasing that whistle the whole time, you're going to be screwed. If you make a bad read on a pre-qual and you mess up the income, you're chasing that income the whole way through, and it's never smooth. And so it's all about the first quarter. How you start the game is going to be how you finish it. If it's really hard if you start bad to go and end up good at the end. And so it's a lot of it is about preparation. It's about knowing your rules, knowing your regulations, and staying within yourself and not doing anything. And that's where I think I'm really good at the lending and the reffing part is just being chill.
Cool.
Right on.
You ever blown a call and been like, damn man, I really screwed that call up. What was I thinking?
Yeah. And there's probably a way that, because I've been so chill that the other coach gives me a chance to so I'll let them tell me that was a bad call. I'm like, maybe. I don't freak out. I'll be like, I don't run right over. Hey, calm down. Don't tell me that. I'm like, okay. 6'7". Maybe there's a problem. And the reaction that I have to it is usually listen. I'd be like, yeah, you might have me there. We'll see what happens. I'm just listening to you, and you might be right, but I made another call and we're going to move on. And I don't sit there and have a dialogue and get, into it. Just listen. But most of them, I think if you just let me go, you'll realize that maybe wasn't as crazy of a call.
Right.
Most of the time it happens in the first quarter. They think that's a foul. And maybe that they let the play go on a little bit, they'll realize that I'm going to let a little bit of contact happen because it's a physical game. And just because you touch somebody doesn't mean it's a foul. And that's usually where they want something. And I don't bail out people for bad offensive plays. And, sometimes the coaches want that. And you just kind of
right on.
Move on.
Cool, man. What else?
I think I'm just really excited for this summer because I think it's going to be a moving time. And so I just would tell you out there in the universe, and you, Darwin, and your team, get ready for the summer to be eventful in real estate.
Yeah.
I think interest rates are going to be volatile. There may be some drops in rates,
Yeah.
but it also may go up.
Yeah, you never know.
So if rates were to go up,
yeah,
those that are ready to buy
uh-huh.
are going to get in before the rates go up.
Uh-huh.
Because I do think there's a chance, if you look at the historical rates, 6 and 7 kind of go together.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've been in the 6s too long and not gone into the 7s and maybe 8s. So when people think that rates only go down,
yeah,
I think there might be a spot where rates go up. And so this summer could be a time where we have glut of opportunity and inventory, and still rates in the 6s, and boom, because I think there's going to be a flash. I think if rates go down, they're going to go up higher.
Yeah.
And so I think this summer, there's just a lot of moving pieces that just can't stay.
Inventory's up a little bit, but it's good. It's still low historically. Pending home sales were up 1.5% in March. So, there's a lot of pent-up demand still. So some people are waiting on the sidelines, but a lot of people aren't. So there is activity out there, and the market's kind of all over the place right now. Like we've always talked about on this podcast, it's pretty area-specific, neighborhood-driven. It depends what you're talking about. Are prices going down? Well, yeah, in this city, in this area, they are. Prices going up? Well, yeah, there's multiple offers in this zip code or whatever. So it's all over the place, but it's good. We're selling houses. We're making deals happen. We're staying active out there. So, it's good stuff.
I had one friend this weekend put in an offer that was $30,000 under on a $380,000 house. $30,000 under,
okay,
10%. Then I had another friend who got outbid in multiple offers.
Yeah. There you go.
For a $600,000
There
house.
you go. Yeah.
So people, it's just, you got to be ready.
You can probably guess which city those houses are in too.
And,
but,
yeah.
But
they're within 30 miles of each other.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you that.
Okay. Well, it also depends on the house. Is it up? Is it back to our conversation earlier? Is the house updated? Because let me tell you what, houses that are updated, they sell fast and for more money. Ones that aren't, they take longer because buyers don't want to mess with it. They don't know how to do it. They don't have the money to do it. They can't see past. Most buyers can't see past paint and carpet or clutter. So yeah.
Especially when there's another house around the corner.
Yeah,
or in the next neighborhood over. That's done.
And it's $50,000 more, but they'll buy it because it's only X amount in their mortgage payment. It's worth it.
And they don't have the cash. They would
to do the stuff. Yeah, they rather finance it. It's So
get a home equity loan, do some home improvement, and get ready to buy or sell.
Yes.
Because if you're not ready, it's going to take too long when the opportunity does strike. And a contingency sale is really hard if you need to do a contingency and a remodel.
Yes.
If you need to do a contingency and find out to list your house, and then Dark comes over and says, you got to paint and need new floors, I can't sell this. You just missed out on your opportunity to buy the house in the perfect neighborhood.
Yeah.
So be ready, be prepared, and give us a call. We'd love to help you out.
What are you doing this summer? Any travel plans? You're just in San Diego.
I'm just gonna do some stuff with the kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I'm just waiting for granddaddy.
That's right.
I'm waiting to be a granddaddy, and
Gotta be fun, man.
I'll do San Diego and Labor Day. I always do that big trip. And between now and Labor Day, I got nothing planned except Cashman, and
there you go.
Watch some Suns and
some sports,
baseball and
baseball.
Actually, I'm kind of clearing my vacation because I'm gonna work.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's gonna be busy.
I
have ideas. I want to do 20. My goal is to do 20 of these home equity credit lines this summer.
Okay.
So that means I'm trying to find 20 people that need to do remodels. So if you're out there and you want to do a remodel and you need the money, I'm looking to find 20 people, and that's how I'm gonna survive this summer. Is if I find 20 people to do home equity credit lines, I'm gonna make enough money to survive another summer, and I think that will then fuel me because those 20 people will then be deals in the next 2 to 3 years.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's just the plan, but I plan it to work.
Good deal. Yeah, we were just in New Orleans a couple weeks ago. That's a guys not been there. That was a really fun place. Cool. And Bourbon Street is what it is. I keep telling people it's like Mexico spring break, Times Square, and in Vegas, like in a blender. It's crazy, but we went there and we saw it and didn't really need to go back there, but like outside of it, the bars, the history there, the culture, the food, the music, and the French Quarter is so much fun, and there's a lot more to do there. I want to go back and see than I thought. And we were there for like 4 days. Me and Whitney went for our to celebrate 1 year of the Twins without the Twins. We went on the Gator tour on the fan boat, but it was the char-grilled oysters were amazing. The hot sauce, the beignets, the coffee. It was 300-year-old city, so I loved it.
It is. I've been to New Orleans 3 times.
We've been a lot, yeah.
And
you've been for football games, right?
No.
Oh no.
My dad had a timeshare back in the day.
Oh.
So back in 2004 for like spring break.
Okay.
When I was like 26 or 7, I had it for a week.
Yeah.
1 street off of Bourbon.
Okay.
So I had a 2 or 3 bedroom condo, and Charlie and Amy came. Greg, my friend Greg Harnish. I think he brought a friend Nick. And then Chris and Monica came from Alabama. I have some friends from here that moved back home to Mobile. So we've been to New Orleans.
It's close. That's close for them.
It's like going to Tucson.
Yeah.
So we just hang out with them in New Orleans, and
it's a fun place, man. It's so cool.
It's unlike any city that I've ever been to.
It is. Yeah. It reminds me a little of Europe because it's so old. And we went to the oldest Catholic churches there in the U.S. The oldest cemetery in the U.S. is there. The cemeteries, we did a tour. The graves are built above ground. It reminds me of the movie Double Jeopardy with Ashley Judd, where they bury her alive. But we did a tour of the cemetery. And we had a retired history teacher from Tulane as our tour guide, and the
Green Wave.
He was from Michigan, but he lived in New Orleans most of his life, and he was great. And I geek out on history, so I freaking loved it. But
I took a
fun place.
I didn't do the cemeteries.
Yeah,
but I did.
It'd be cool to do it at night. We did a day. Like day we left, we did it.
We just walked around it, but
we
did the horse-drawn thing.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, that was cool.
The fan boat. If you ever get a chance, though, get in a car and drive all the way to Gulf. Within like maybe less than 3 hours, you can be from New Orleans to Florida.
Okay.
And there's right on the border of Alabama and Florida is a place called Flobama.
Yeah.
And if you drive there, it's a cool drive.
I've heard it's cool. Yeah.
It's a cool drive. It's a cool beach bar.
I've heard it's good. I want to go there. Yeah.
Everything along the way is really cool. I went to a bar that was there, and it was like somehow it was related to Jimmy Buffett, and I don't want to remember it.
Yeah.
But there was a freaking goat that was just walking around the bar, and it will come up to your legs, and it's like crazy stuff that you never see anywhere else. It was the coolest, nicest people.
They're nice. Southern hospitality.
I always just had a good time.
Southern hospitality. It's a cool part of the country. I've never been to the Southeast.
I recommend one-time New Orleans. You got to go check it out.
Yes.
And
I would go back. I loved it.
I thought it was cool.
But anyways, well, I guess we better get this thing wrapped up, man.
Well, appreciate you, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Star. Give us a call, man. We're ready to work.
Come to the golf tournament. Donate some money.
Let's go.
See you guys. Bye-bye.